Buses run every 10 minutes. Avoid the traffic. Don't get stuck in the delay. Ipswich Buses, proud to partner with Talk in Town.
In the sun.
Hello again, my friends, and you are my friends, and welcome to your last pre-game show with Ipswich Buses today. A Charlton fan, lovely. We'll have him on in a second then. Beautiful. Welcome in. I'm joined by Coxie and also a lot of other wonderful ITFC fans for today's last game of the year. I'm getting pelters for the coat. I thought I'd be underdressed, and it looks like I'm overdressed. But while I address the situation a bit later on,
You never know, there might be a shower coming on.
well, it's a beautiful blue sky. The sun is shining. It's the last day of the year. Truly, because the sun is shining. It's roasting.
As far as we're concerned with our football lives, yes, it is the last day of the year. It is the last game of the season. Very sad. I hate the last game of the season.
Yeah, shopping season awaits.
Disappointing.
Yeah, shopping season awaits. But don't worry, TT will stay with you all through the summer. You can support us through Ko-Fi. I've got Lee Brown to my right. I've got the Fisherman here. Ben is on iPad duty. We'll be sure to get him on very shortly.
Yeah, you might actually be able to hear the Fisherman.
We've got a Leeds United inhabitant.
Leighton from Leeds is here.
I'm here, yeah. Good man. He wants to come on this afternoon. We'll get him on in just a moment. But first of all, Coxie, team news is in.
Yes.
Elkan Baggott in the lineup. How exciting is it to see him back for the last game?
Yeah, he was a bit unlucky to be dropped, but in McKenna we trust. Yeah, he's now got another chance.
Lee Anderson, how are you?
How are you?
Yeah? You look like you've been drinking all night after the news. It's all the emotion in the club.
We're upset.
Yeah,
he's okay. His friend, the Fisherman's there. They're there to,
the James Norwood. The James Norwood Appreciation Society. Obviously, Norwood's now leaving. This could be your last chance to... Is he on the bench today, James Norwood? Yeah. This could be your last chance to see Norwood. Are you looking forward to seeing him?
It was a nice message, wasn't it? What he put?
Beautiful.
Beautiful, yeah. Yeah, it's gone. Yeah, it's Bond's last chance as well, isn't it?
Bond's last chance?
Yeah.
Could be Bond's last game for the team.
Yeah, I think it will be.
You think it will be?
Yeah.
You wouldn't sign him?
No.
Why not? Goal scorer?
Because he hasn't scored.
Recently?
He hasn't scored since Christmas. No, let him go.
Let him go. What about you, Bond? Would you let him go?
Yes.
You're too depressing, mate.
We must look forward with ambition, not back with sentiment.
We must look forward,
We're
yes.
going to move forward.
We must.
Drop this.
Just to our left here.
They can fucking hear us for this fucking round.
Yeah. I'm sure they can. Ben would nod to me if they can't. But it's giving the guys and girls at home the flavour of what it's like to be around the feet of Sir Ralph on a match day.
Absolutely, yes. We are just in awe of this. One of our legends here.
It's the place to be.
The other gentleman down the other way.
It's the place to be. I'm telling you now.
Absolutely.
We've got good evening, good afternoon, good afternoon. We've got the Davis family, the Wolf family. It's the place to be on match days, you know.
Absolutely,
It's happening. Hello, mate. See, it's a nice little community we're building around here.
We are.
As you can hear from the Fisherman and Lee Anderson's, the James Norwood Appreciation Society. But Elkan Baggott, back to him.
Excellent.
I think it'll be his last game before a loan spell.
Do you really think so? You really think he's going to...
Well, you've got Corey and Derby coming back, haven't you? Who, by the way, you can see on TV on Monday for Salford.
Okay.
If you want to see how the young player on loan at Salford is doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's hard to say really what today's all about because it's the battle for 10th.
Oh. Yeah.
I'm getting left and right situations over here.
Yeah, the director is telling us.
Perfect. Far away.
Yeah, lost with it now.
The battle for 10th.
Yeah, the battle for it's disappointing. Let's face it. We thought we'd be standing here, either starting to bite our nails over the playoffs or celebrating an automatic thing, but it hasn't worked out the way once again. Ipswich Townitis has bit us in the arse. There's all sorts. It's like an 1830 holiday here. All these boys.
It's not an 1830 holiday.
Yeah,
look at it. Look at it. I'm gonna. Who can I grab to come have a quick word with Coxie while I pan the camera around? Because you need to see. I mean, we've got some guns on show over there with the Fisherman. Desmond Shaw have turned up for today's game.
There's a big old cannon hanging out in front there. Yeah. Not that I can talk.
Although it's kind of you to put your hat away, put your head away for today's game. You don't want the shine, do you?
Yeah, we don't want to.
Well, I'm sat in the cobbled and you're sat in the north.
It might actually.
You will blind me.
Blind you. Yeah.
So keep that hat on.
Yeah.
Talking of which, I saw your lad today. He was recording for Alex Griffin.
He was, yes.
I did.
You did sort of.
Were you there?
Vlog. I was there, Samuel. Yeah.
I didn't even see him.
Nice.
Didn't even
Cheers.
see him, mate.
Cheers.
Do you reckon I'll make the TikTok?
TikTok.
Do you reckon I will?
You might do. Yeah.
Oh, that's an ambition, that is.
Wi-Fi?
Yeah, please do. Yeah, obviously Griffin's the goat on TikTok. Have you seen the following he's got?
No.
Anyway, back to the football. See, it's just all fun and games here at the TT. Well, that's a TT statue, but it's not the TT statue.
Not yet. No.
Cruncher, come and have a word with Coxie about today's game before, because I'm losing the track here. I'm sweating me.
Wait, Buzz, take your coat off. Take your coat. Matt Phillips, hope you're doing all right at home.
I thought there may have been a late fitness test.
No, he failed.
He
failed.
He ruled himself out of the lineup last
He's
night.
the Darren Anderton Coxie of Talking Town. Andy Martin, sick note. Poor old sick note, you know. Look at Ben over there looking slick.
I know, yeah.
He's back on off his holidays, isn't he?
Make it sick.
Oh, look at that. Nice fresh trim. What do you reckon today then? Excited for the game?
Excited for the 10th place playoff we've got today, Crunch, yeah.
It's amazing, isn't it? Like,
It's just disappointing.
But when you look around, Coxie, and look, there's going to be, 26,000 here today? It's incredible. But we've still got to deliver next season. I was listening when I came this morning to the Radio Suffolk preview from Thursday. Chris Kiwombi was on there, and they were doing a bit from obviously the 91, 92. Tomorrow night, Romeo's on the van, and Craig Forrest on the platform. But Chris Kiwombi said the season before, I don't know if you remember, we finished 14th.
We did, yeah. Down in front.
Colin, out of the way the camera. Come on, you should know by now. But yeah, we were 14th then.
We were shy,
so it shows that it is possible, but I still think we've got a lot of hard work in the summer to do.
We've got a lot of minor issues, like, we've said it 100 times, teams like Charlton, how to break them down and beat them, that's one of the many things,
And we don't want to be here next season, like, lovely sunny day, end of the season, with nothing to play for. We want to be in the mix.
Absolutely, yeah.
All season long, but we're not the only ones. See you later, mate. We're not the only ones who want to be up there. There's going to be a lot of other teams. Derby coming down. Peterborough will be strong. Barnsley,
Barnsley. Don't write them off. They'll be like Rotherham.
Let's have a good pre-season. Let's have a win today. Yeah. End on a good note.
So Macaulay Bond to score, sort of maybe a farewell goal. Do you think we've got to get out of?
Well, Martin would sign him.
He would, yeah.
I probably personally wouldn't. Come in front of the camera. Excuse me. Excuse me. Don't want to shout at you. Come on if you want. Come on the show. Come through. Come on, quick. Come on.
There you go.
Oh, look. Oh, look. We're up on the high. If we had a handheld camera, Martin, we wouldn't have that problem. There you go. If we're spinning round. See Anderson, look, he's over there. Look. I can see he's got very red eyes. He's been crying all night.
Yeah.
Lee, come in. Oh, come on, quickly.
Where you
come on, quickly. James Norwood. Give us your thoughts on James Norwood.
I haven't got a tissue on me, so.
Best striker at the club since Waghorn. Injuries have cost him. Play a goal every 2 games. Just a shame. He nearly made it for us, didn't he? But the injuries have cost him. And it's a shame he's got to move on. The club's going to move on.
You know my thoughts, and he knows my thoughts of him. But I thought it was a really good little piece he put out. I thought, he played injured, didn't he? When he came on the show, he said he was injured, and it's probably not not stuttering.
You used to knock him all the time about his attitude and stuff like that. But that tweet's at the end, okay? People, you didn't understand him. You didn't understand him, did you? You didn't think off the field. You didn't get him, but most people did get him. And when you're saying, oh, he's coming back unfit and that wasn't his fault. What was that? That was Lambert trying to play him, getting back early. He said that. And you could see that in him. And that day he got injured, when he got injured on the side here after about 20 minutes.
Done his hamstring, didn't he?
Done his hamstring again. You could see the pain and the anguish in him. He wanted to do well for the club. And those that, like you, who didn't see that, well, that's I'm not knocking you too much. But that's how it is.
Only a little bit.
Yeah, but that's how it is.
Yeah, but that's football. Everyone has an opinion.
Yeah, they do.
But I do agree with you. If you look at his goals record, and it's a big word, Coxie, if he'd have been fit, You know, he could have led us, but I think he needs to go. I think it's for him as well.
Oh, absolutely.
He needs a new challenge.
He's gone as far as he can.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. To see where he ends up. I think he'll stay in League One. He could come back to bite us, couldn't he? Really?
As they usually do. They usually do, don't they?
I mean, he could get a lower end championship as a reserve striker.
I think he'll want to be number one. Wherever he goes, I think he'll want to be the main man.
He does, but he did say he wanted to try. He said he could do it in the championship.
Would a Wigan, someone like a Wigan, if they go up, take a punt on him?
Yeah,
he wouldn't be number one there. They got,
Yeah, but he'll get
Keane,
the chance.
Charlie White.
But that'll be like when
No chance.
When what's his name left, went to Newcastle. He was going as second footer, wasn't he? Murphy. And I see the similar sort of reasons.
He knew, didn't he, when he was going to Newcastle? He was just going for that season to do
He
the
just
job.
had one last.
But if you'll know what it is, you're going to think to yourself, if I'm playing second fiddle at a championship side, what happens if the main striker gets injured after 2 games? He gets his opportunity to play in the championship at his age.
He did tell us that he could play there.
Yeah, I believe he could play there.
I don't think he'll be short of clubs after him.
Definitely not.
No, absolutely. And good luck to him.
I think it was Oxford. I said last night, Lee. I think he's got a link with Joey Barton. He's very good friends there. You know, Bristol Rovers come up. Wouldn't surprise me if he rocks up there. But
that's probably the favourite.
But like he said, it wouldn't surprise me if a lower end championship team think, look, he's on a free transfer. Yeah. You know, he's on a free.
Said, would he want to be the second fiddle? He was the
Possibly
hero
not.
at Tranmere. And for a little while he was here. But then, with Manny Lawyer, Holidays.
We've got someone. Colin, bring the man in. Come on in.
Enjoy the game, everyone.
Who we got here? How you doing? Your name? Where'd you come from?
Simon. I come from Eastbourne.
South Coast.
What's your thoughts on the season as a whole?
Well, it's
Keep it
James
clean.
James Norwood, I believe it's his last game today.
Yeah, he's on the bench.
Yeah, okay. Well, he comes from Eastbourne.
That's very
And my house backs onto the park where he used to play as a boy with Old Town Boys. So I think he's done very well, James Norwood.
Would you have kept him?
I don't really know much because I'm a Brighton supporter normally.
Oh, we got Brighton support. Seagulls.
Yeah, that's right. Why I'm here is, unfortunately, my wife has suffered from anorexia for 20 years, and she's in a specialist home in Ipswich, being very well looked after. And I've always wanted to come here because the person I admire most out of everybody in the history of football is Sir Bobby Robson. Absolute gentleman.
No wonder why you were talking to Colin then.
He was on the stand. Yeah. Have you been to visit the statue?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Absolute gentleman, that guy.
When we talk about Bobby Robson, though, we're talking about a different era. And at the minute, we are in the 3rd tier. We're 11th.
I think you're doing quite well from what I can gather. And next year, I think maybe you've got a good chance of going up or getting in the playoffs.
Well, we only have to look at, like you say, you're a Brighton fan, Coxie. Look at Brighton. They had no stadium. And this isn't like going back that long. Yeah. They were playing, I went to the, what was the athletic stadium you played at?
Withdean.
Yeah, went to the Withdean. Held about 7,000. So look what they've done with investment. You know, you've got your great stadium now. You've got a really good manager. He's a really good manager.
What Ipswich did in the old days was remarkable, really. Because I've looked at the population, and you're about the same size as Eastbourne, 100 and something thousand. Whereas Norwich is a similar population to Brighton.
Yeah.
So you're talking about, to do what they did in those days was incredible.
Yeah, that'll never be replicated, something like that.
Maybe do a Burnley or something like that. Maybe.
Yeah, if you look at the teams in the Premiership, Coxie, and I know we're getting ahead of ourselves because we are 11th in the 1st tier.
That's like 2 mountains away
when you've
from
got
us.
teams like Brentford, they're like, gentleman says, you've got Brighton, you've got Burnley. The potential, like Mark Ashton, he always says, of this football club is massive. Like one county football club. Yeah. We've got to grasp that. And then next season, hopefully,
I would imagine it's like Brighton here. It's because it's a smaller club, and it's smaller than Brighton, but it's more of a family club.
Yeah, definitely.
Where some of these,
family club of the year.
Yeah, really, that's brilliant. Well, Brighton's fantastic.
I think we have one this year.
But if you go to the bigger clubs, it's all about commercial stuff. Hopefully you get local lads to play for Ipswich as well. But It's more of a family club. I should imagine it's very much similar here. I know you're called the Tractor Boys.
We are the Tractor
And
Boys.
it's very good because my dad was a farmer.
There you go.
I used to go on a tractor.
Quick, before you leave, what's your prediction for the result today?
2-1 Ipswich.
Good man. Thanks for having you on.
No one comes on and gets a winning goal.
Thanks for having you on, and all the best to your
That's all
wife.
right,
Thanks
thank you
very
very
much. Right, we've got a Charlton fan. In you come. What's your name?
How you doing, guys? Right, yeah, my name's Bill.
How long have you been following the Addicts?
Nearly 50 years.
50 years.
I want to tell you a
47
story.
years.
I want to tell you a story. Last time I was here, last time I was at Ipswich Charlton game was in 1981, and it's FA Cup 5th round, and you had Eric Gates,
Colin.
John Walt, Paul Mariner.
This gentleman was at the FA Cup game in 81.
1981.
Charlton fan.
Paul Mariner.
Yes, I remember very,
Who else was playing? John Walt, Eric Gates.
Was that 3-all at the Valley?
2-0 it was to Ipswich.
Was it 3-all? Did you go to that game, Colin?
When was that?
81. Charlton in the FA Cup. Was that the 3-all game?
Oh, that was 3-2.
That's 3-2. 3-2, that was the one.
To Ipswich. Another game I went was semi-final of the playoffs. We done it at the Valley 1-0, I think. It was,
Sean Newton.
Sean
I was there that
Newton,
night.
yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
were just. I remember that game down here. 'Cause you had Danny Mills. You had a good side then, and you beat us up that night. We weren't quite ready. We were probably I think we were 2 years away, Colin, weren't we, from when we got promotion under Burley. But what about Charlton nowadays? You know, you got Johnny Jackson in.
We're not doing too bad. I mean, we started off the season. We've had an atrocious start.
What
to the
were your
season.
expectations at the start of the season?
Well, we want to go back to the Championship. At the
I
very
had
least,
you
don't
down.
we? Yeah.
We had a pre-season show. I actually had Charlton down to win the league.
Really?
I thought Charlton. I said Wigan second. Oh look, I like Charlton as a football club.
Maybe next season, yeah.
Down in front.
But we both should be in the Championship at the very least.
Absolutely.
It's a hard league. You know what it's like.
Yeah,
You look at the team. There's going to be someone today could miss out. They could finish 7th. They're going to have 80 points at least.
Yeah.
You know, so I know it might be this season might be a one-off on like total of points, but you look next season. You've got Derby are going to be down.
Derby,
You're going to have Peterborough down.
Sunderland still.
Well,
Unless they go
Sunderland
up,
or
yeah.
Wednesday, you probably want one of them to go up. But it's going to be hard, isn't it?
It's gonna be
How many
a
bringing down
difficult
today? Sold out.
2,000, yeah, sold out.
Fantastic, Coxie. You know,
I'm talking about players who played for both clubs as well. I said Macaulay Bonn,
yeah, both for you.
Herman Ryderson,
Matt Holland.
Matt Holland,
Darren
what a player.
Ambrose.
Legends.
Darren
Darren
Ambrose.
Holland.
You stole all our good players when we went to administration, didn't you?
Shot you.
Matt Holland, you got him for about 750
I know
grand.
about Alex,
I
but
loved
he's
him, Matt
shite
Holland.
hawks.
Did you like him here, Matt Holland? What a player, eh?
See, I'm quite good friends. I'm
Legends.
quite good friends with Matt, and I see him on. I went to the dinner on Tuesday, and I was talking to Matt. All right, mate, come on in a minute. And I said to Matt, "Who are you supporting?" And he said, "Well, who do you think?" He said it's Ipswich. But I said to him last season when it was in lockdown,
Yeah.
and you got Charlton TV, haven't you? We played at the Valley.
Yeah.
Matt Holland, he's wearing
He's
a Charlton
on the
jacket, and he said,
TV, yeah.
"Got to earn some money." That's what he said. Anyway, thanks for having you on. Enjoy
Yeah, no
the game,
problem,
mate.
guys. I think
Good luck
it's
next
free
season.
or draw today, mate.
Free.
Excited.
No Scott Fraser today.
No, is it?
Injured. What's he been like since you signed him?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we had him.
The goat likes to.
We signed him from MK, didn't we? Hang on, we signed. We're just talking about Scott Fraser, Coxie.
Yeah.
Good player. He only played about 11 games. He never played. Where has he been playing? What position has he been playing for Charlton?
Midfield, I think.
Yeah, but when he came in, majority, Colin, he played him on the left, didn't he, Cook? And it wasn't his position. He came here,
Which is what he had said this week.
came from MK. I think he got like the most assists in the league last season. We never played him in his proper position, but the trouble with us, we signed 19 players in the summer. It's been a bit hit and miss, really.
Yeah,
that's
that's
probably
what he was saying,
why
yeah,
we were
19
11th,
players,
you know. But you're 12th. I think you've won. Was it 6 out of the last 9 games?
Yeah, we're on a good run at the moment. So
Anyway,
hopefully-
3-all today. I'll
good
take
game,
that.
yeah.
I'll take that. Anyway, enjoy the game, mate. All the best. Yeah, see you later. In you come, Colin.
Yeah,
Send your goats.
just like to say one thing, which I've been wanting to say all for the last couple of days, really. Big shout out today for Ray Crawford.
Yes,
Right.
yes, yeah.
At the game.
Big Ray's here today, and I started coming in '64.
Top scorer all time.
Yeah, top goal scorer of all time. And the season I remember more than any other was the '68 championship, second division championship went inside.
Was that the Bill McGarry side?
Yeah, the Bill McGarry side, just before Bobby come. And he was up front with John O'Rourke. And I'll tell you what, John O'Rourke, God rest his soul, he died really young. I love John O'Rourke. We signed him really late, and he scored, 12, 13 goals in the run-in with Ray.
And I remember the last game of the season we played here against Blackburn Rovers. We drew 1-1, and the great Ray scored, and we were champions. And I always remember they played "Congratulations" by Cliff Richard.
I've got a question, Colin. Have you got a chapter in your book devoted to Ray Crawford?
I haven't, but I'll tell you what I'm gonna. Well, I'm gonna.
As many as he wants.
No,
That's his book.
It's his book.
But I was just gonna say, at the end of my book, I will be writing stuff. Obviously, I'm writing season by season, but at the end of the book, it'll be devoted to games I've seen, players that I've cherished, and Ray obviously is one of those, along with a lot of other players. And I'll remain tight-lipped about that. But yes, there will be stuff. But I remember that day with Ray, and I had to speak about this. Everybody was on the pitch, and they had a little box at the end, where the players went in, and they were playing "Congratulations, Congratulations." And I remember that being played.
Unfortunately, they won't be playing that today.
No.
Not for 11th place finish.
You're absolutely right.
How do you feel, Colin? How do you feel about a town fan, right? You sinners.
I feel on top of it.
No, but through the glory days, right?
Yeah.
And I know you're ultra positive. How do you feel about your football club sitting 11th in the 30? Because you can't get away from the fact. Look,
put it into perspective.
You look around us today, right? Look, 26,000 here. There's people. It's fantastic. The sun's shining.
This club is back. What I feel about the 11th
back
place
off the pitch, Colin.
Yeah, what I feel about what Rich has asked me about 11th place, I'm very, very underwhelmed. But the club, look, I was on the platform today at the station, and I don't go on the train a lot. The platform was right full, apart from a few stupid Charlton fans on there. But the platform was full. I ain't seen that for a long, long while, and I think we got our club back, and that is really, really important to me. And to somebody like Ray, who'll be here today up in the director's box, he'll come out there and he'll think, my goodness gracious, we've got 26,000 here for a Division 1 game, and we was lucky if we got that, when we was top end of the whole second division. And
to quote a line from the film, if we build it, they will come, and we're obviously building it.
Yes, I'll tell you what, we can knock Gov's famous cobblestone down this close season,
hopefully,
and build it up to 36, 37,000. We get back in the Championship, we get back, especially in the Premier League, and this place will be full every week. I've just come out of the fan zone, Coxie and Rich, and the place is heaving again in the fan zone. Absolutely heaving. I've been in there with the fishermen and that, and it's so lovely to see. This club is on the way back. And I'll tell you what, I firmly believe we'll be in the top 2 next season. I firmly believe that.
Sold nearly close on 15,000 season tickets already.
Unbelievable.
That's going to be the most for a decade.
Unbelievable again. Fantastic, Rich.
We're starting to believe again, Colin. We're starting to believe.
I nearly said I shouldn't say that. Us people who do this, we absolutely love this club, and we will love this club, or I will do, until the day I die. And I'll tell you what, this club will be back. This club will be back. There's no doubt about that. It's exciting again to see what will happen in this close season. It was exciting last year to all of us. We was all saying, who's signing like this day or that day. But I think this season, it will all be about quality over quantity. And that's, I think, exactly what we want.
But you're right what you say there about got our club back. Because you look at the amount of kids here today, the work they're doing in the community. Fantastic, the community trust. The work Connor Chaplin's done. Tasha, you've got Matt Holland involved. It's all going in the right direction. We just next season, Colin, we just hope, don't we? We hope and pray. Because as town fans, we've had a lot of false storms, Coxie.
Yeah.
Let's hope that this summer we can get the right personnel in. I don't think they need 4 or 5 players. I think last night, Colin, I put my team up to start next season. I'd only have about 2, maybe 3, maybe 4 in. We don't want wholesale changes.
No, I said
we don't
5.
Want any more of that word gel at the start of next season.
That's got to be the bad
gel
word.
Gel is in the bin.
Gel is out.
Talking of gel,
Gel's on there.
Lewis Robertson's just turned up. He doesn't need no gel on his hair.
on that note, we will be back at full time
With love and care.
With love and care. Subscribe,
After
like,
a win. After a win.
4-2.
follow.